boy, let him come to you. Oh, boy.
You're so big. You're stepping on the road. Scoot over a minute. Scoot over a minute. Thank you. Yes.
Good boy.
Once I think it, I feel like I have more power to do it.
You do.
So it's like really getting your mind into that moment.
It's called living in the moment. Yep.
Yes.
Instead of the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of the panic, like he's gonna come forward. No.
Oh, it's okay. He saw that as you inviting him. Good boy. Okay, so now you got that. You have it the other way. So have him go over that block the other way.
Okay.
Oh, that is the right one. Good. Yep. Good. Good. Now, think about those front legs. What do those front legs need to do? Stay focused on the front legs. Okay. Good. Tell his one front leg to do something so that way he understands it has something to do with his front legs. Good. Now you can just release it for a second. Good. Yeah. Good. Good. Yep. Now he wants to know what he's supposed to do because he's too close. Good. He needs to still feel backward feel there. He needs to cross over to the block. There you go. There you go. Yep. Hind end. Hind end. Up. So what can we call crazy Donna? What would be a fun name to just make it funny? So maybe you're your air dancer. You become your air dancer.
And you're not afraid of the air dancer. It's just probably very annoying. Come on. Let's give it a go.
So about halfway across that block, you became the air dancer.
All right.
And I'm totally right in the view of everything.
I hear something buzzing around us.
I don't see anything. So, think what I'm just focus on his front feet because his front feet are really the only ones that
Matter as far as placement.
the hind feet,
You know, just gonna tell us to follow.
the sideways feel, but the front feet are the important ones. Tap him if you have to. He's waiting you out. Good. Better. Better. You caught yourself. You started to get into the air dance. Well, well, did you notice that he kind of saw you stop that and kind of went, all right, maybe she's not going to, like, he was willing, but no, it's cool. Is that he was willing to see if you were going to stop. Like, he was willing to, because he gets all, when you get into air dancer mode, his head goes up and he kind of gives this panicky face going on, and his feet just keep moving. He doesn't make a connection that has your activity has anything to do with his feet. So that's why I've got you focusing on what we want his front legs to do. So that way,
He's standing here. You want to start the puzzle.
you got to think, well, for him to stay close with his front feet, he's going to need to step this way towards it. Or if he chooses to leave this way, depending on what position he's in or where his lean is the most, you want him to do this as opposed to this. Okay, so that's what your focus has got to be on. I need him to keep kind of crossing towards his block with his front feet because he's always going to have that over my knees kind of feel. So he's more likely and going to go forward than if you just keep concentrating on how do I keep him kind of crossing back towards. You know, I need him to keep crossing back toward. Like if you're asking him to go sideways on a pole, you know, how do I get him about where his feet go right here? And then that way, maybe just concentrating on his front feet, you know, like make his front feet start to do something, and then if his hind end falls behind, then kind of make him feel like that's not important right now. Catch up there. Okay. You know what I mean? Make him feel like you're disconnecting from what his front feet are doing, so his front feet don't have to do anything else. And then tell him to catch up, and then put all your focus back on what his front feet are doing, but also giving the cue to the rib cage to follow. Okay? But you want your main focus, like, I think that's going to slow you down if you have your main focus is on what his front feet is. And don't let him leave you behind. So don't ask him to go across the block and then you not move too. Go sideways together. Yes. Yep. It's okay. You just got the wrong page. Good. Good. Oh, that was so good. It's okay. No. Come on. Good. Right there's a good start. So that front left can kind of just go across the front of his other foot and he should be fine. He doesn't need to. Oh, good. Pause, pause, pause. Pause and get the hind end to catch up. Well, you need to get the hind end to catch up, but your position is the focus. For position, you want to focus on his front feet, but for action, you need to make the body do it all. If you want, you can even send his hind end first if you're worried you're going to get too hyper focused on his front feet. Good. So that front right one should just step straddled sideways, and then just do one step at a time and get yourself that feel. And lower your hand now. Okay, so that was kind of his fault. It was more his fault than yours.
That's hard.
I know.
People think it's easy. I'm here to tell you it's not.
You've gotten so much better.
I'm trying. I'm trying to be so light and balance it. It's hard.
Yeah, and there's days that you have to be louder, just like with your children. There's days that you can ask them to take out the trash and they're fine about it, and there's days you ask them to take out the trash and you have a big fight about it. Good. Good. Make him think he's got to feel backwards, feel backwards, feel backwards, feel backwards. Oh, now you're pulling. Okay.
Because I didn't want you to step on it.
Okay.
I pulled it forward. Come on, you can do this, bud.
If it'll help you, make him go behind the block, sideways behind the block. That'll help you make him feel backwards because you're going to control whether or not his front feet hit it.
You mean stay behind it?
Yep. He has to stay behind the block now, but he has to go sideways behind the block because he's been leaking forward. So maybe now the idea that he might crash into it could help your energy. Yep. There you go. There you go.
That was better. I went with it.
Way better.
Let's try it over.
Do it one more time behind you.
Okay.
Get that muscle memory going. Your energy was way better. It's almost like the stress came out of you.
I guess because I'm worried about him getting hurt.
He could still get hurt if you don't communicate it right. He could step forward on it. You just got to communicate it without that much worry and just be responsible for his feet. Nope. Good. Nope. Good. Good. That was a good ending on that, though. So we're going to do it again, but you got animated.
Behind it?
Yep.
Okay.
So you got loud again.
I did.
And it's more just wiggle loud. It's not effective loud. Time. You let yourself completely off the hook that first time. When I said it, you let yourself off the hook. Like, oh, okay. Once you let yourself off the hook, your energy was right. Now I mentioned that he could still get hurt stepping on it with his foot, and then your energy's right back. Good. And I would say he responded more to you standing straight up than he did. Don't swing, don't swing. Good. Good. Yes, that was way better. And in fact, that's probably part of your problem is you get in this. Stay in this crouch position. And it was so obvious that it has to be the problem. Is when you stood up and said no.
Yes.
He went, okay.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not even thinking that I know you were taking this, but I don't realize maybe he's still reading that as a chase.
Yes. Okay.
So maybe when you say, hey, that's far enough, stand up straight and impose like kind of a block.
Okay.
And then see if that can change it for you. That last one was great. I'm just trying to figure out how you can be more effective with your body language and less confusing, that's all. There you go. There you go. Stand up, though. There you go. There you go.
Oh, good job. You see the last?
Yeah.
Did that crossover. Good.
So, completely up to you. That's a perfect one to end on, or you can go back to trying it on the block. But you figured out that if, because I had to tell you to stand up that last time because you started.
I did. And then sit back up. Balance back out. And I'm noticing I don't have to do that to get this back end to move. It'll move if I'm standing. Yeah. Okay. It's all about what your eyes are shooting.
You know?
Yeah.
You can t-
Right.
definitely perceiving that as
Well, I think he's perceiving it too, like
right. You're
chasing me, but I don't know faster. Yeah, you're chasing me. I don't
know where I'm supposed to go. Good.
That was good.
Yes, it was.
I'm going to try that with Toby later. Look, he automatically knows he's done.
Well, that's like that mare with the